Hey folks, this is Vincent Adeli with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to check out Trekking the World Trivia. This game supports 2 to 6 players, it's for ages 10 and up, and the average play time is 20 minutes. We just got this game in the mail courtesy of Underdog Games. We just finished covering Trekking the World. We really enjoyed that one, but now there's this trivia game, and we're curious to see what that's all about. We might get it wrong or two, but as I always say, we're here to spread awareness, have some fun, and show off some really cool games. And to be honest with you, this game seems to be fairly casual and simple. Here's a quick look at the box insert. It's got that whole say anything, what's in wagers box where it's a bunch of these dry erase markers, dry erase boards. We love the backs though. I think Idly was like going through these trying to figure out which one she liked the best.
Yeah.
And she finally settled on that one there. She's got these mountains.
What's cool is that on the sides of the box, it has the photos and what they're called. Like,
look at that.
Art.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. So kind of, okay, nice. This is a trivia game. This is the reference sheet. Players can reference this at any time. It's just random information about the world in general, like the area, the continental U.S. There's like distance in miles. There's a timeline, you know, talking about, the Crusades was the 1200s, and the Great Fire of London was 1666, and so on. And then there's like world destinations and elevations, different things. We're allowed to reference this. This is one of those, like Wits and Wagers actually, all of your answers are going to be numbers, except for bonus rounds. Bonus rounds are actual words. So the rules for 2 players are a bit different than a 3+ player game, and the rulebook here is pretty short, so I'm not going to bother reading it. But players will just pretty much just decide on a goal as far as points are concerned, like 7 points to win or 5 points to win, whatever. It's up to you. You decide how long you want the game to be. In a 3+ player game, the reader will keep their answer public for all to see, and the other players around the table will not be allowed to use that particular answer. But it could just happen that everyone else may end up accidentally picking the same numbers, but there's a tiebreaker, and we'll get into that later. But long story short, in a 2-player game, both of us will keep our answers hidden, but in a 3+ player game, the reader of the trivia card keeps their information public, and players will not be able to use that number when guessing their own. And the round will play out something like this. You're going to draw one of these cards. I'd rather use the 1 if I can. There's 300 some cards. Okay, so here's card number 1. And this is the main question side. Visiting Norway, you'll have the opportunity to feast on some proud Viking culture. Viking ships, while generally assisted by a single sail, were mainly powered by oars and sweat, not oats, oars and sweats. The largest Viking ship ever found was powered by how many oars? Again, this is a number game. So in a 2-player game, we would secretly write down what we think the answer is. And the closest without going over, once we reveal all at the same time, will get the card as a point. And again, you play to so many points. The answer is on the reverse side. Why don't we just play a practice round?
Sure.
So go ahead and write your answer. I don't know how many oars. Did you look at the reverse side off camera?
I did not.
Okay. So again, normally as the reader, I would make this information public in a 3+ player game, but in a 2-player game, I keep this information hidden. So I'm going to go with...
How am I supposed to answer questions if I can't even open this thing?
There you go.
God,
the person with bad wrists did it for you. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to just write a number in there, and it goes face down. It's hidden information.
Okay.
All right. And then we reveal at the same time.
Okay.
So you picked 72. How about just one number?
It's fine.
No, it's one number.
Casual.
Okay.
72. 72.
All right. I picked 16. I don't know. So the answer is on the reverse side. So spoiler card number 1. 78, actually. So the closest without going over. Did you pick 72?
I picked 72.
Oh, well, you're the closest without going over. Now, here's what will happen. You'll notice that some of the text on the question side is color-coded red and blue.
Okay.
Those tie in with the bonus questions on the back. But you don't read the bonus questions on the same card that you just read. You were the closest without going over, so you win this card. But because you were the winner of that round, we pick a new card out. And now I look only at the bonus side. Okay, and we'll pick blue. Blue is easier than red. Mm-hmm. These are bonus questions. These bonus questions are only for the winners. Mm-hmm. And if there's a tie between winners, the closest without going over, each person gets a separate bonus card. Yeah. So we're going to pick the blue question, and that is, Manly, Noosa, and Bondi are Australian examples of what?
Dingoes.
Dingoes. Is that your final answer?
What are the names?
Manly, Noosa, and Bondi are Australian examples of what?
Trees.
Trees?
Trees, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to find the answers in the text of the question. And we're looking for... No, they were beaches.
I should have said dingoes.
Dingoes. It wouldn't have mattered.
I know.
So this question just goes away for right now.
Okay.
But had you gotten that, you would have gotten another point.
Yeah.
Okay. And that concludes round 1. So now you've got a point to 1-0. And we erase our current answers. And if you want, I can be the reader all the time, or it's up to you.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's super casual.
Sure.
Okay, so now we're back to the question side. This is card number 3, so again, spoilers. Grown in Costa Rica, the Del Monte Gold is the most common pineapple sold in grocery stores around the world. It is favored for its high sugar and acid content. On average, how many eyes does a Del Monte Gold pineapple have?
Oh.
So now we have to write down that number.
How many eyes?
Yeah, I didn't know pineapples had eyes, to be honest with you. Maybe it's those little pointy things. I don't know. I'm going to guess that. And again, because if this were a 3+ player game, I would flip this over to the public side and people would know what I guessed, but not be able to pick that number. But in a 2-player game, again, we keep this information hidden.
Okay.
So you're happy?
Yes.
All right, so we reveal 32 and 8. I don't know. So now we're going to look at the answer. Okay, 124.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, right, 124. So I get this, and now I get the bonus question.
Okay.
So we're going to pick a new card.
Maybe it was the pointy things.
New card, and...
I'll read it.
Yeah, you just read the blue on that side.
Marie Byrd Land and the Ross Ice Shelf are features of what continent?
Antarctica.
You know what? I think you saw it.
I did not.
It was good, yeah.
Was it? Okay. So, I mean, yeah, it just makes sense.
Now, does it chain? Do I have to read another?
No, I won the bonus question, so now I've got 2 points, and now we start a new round. And again, this would continue until we reach our point threshold.
Okay.
Do you want to do one more, just to show off more? Okay.
Sure.
The problem with playing this on camera is I don't want to spoil this because there are 300 some questions. It's possible, but I don't want to spoil the first 10, 50 questions for people that might buy the game.
We can pick randomly. We don't have to.
Well, we'll be consistent.
He's very orderly.
I am orderly. Card number 5, spoiler. So as of 2021, the fastest commercially operating trains in the world run from Beijing to Shanghai, China. These are bullet trains, narrowly edge out their Japanese competitors. In miles per hour, what is the cruising speed of the bullet trains that run between Beijing and Shanghai in miles per hour?
Oh, jeez. Got it.
All right, you good?
Yeah.
All right.
1,200.
1,200 miles per hour.
It's a bullet train.
Damn, that's fast.
It's a bullet.
That's like speed of light, okay? All right, well, let's see what the answer was. 217 miles per hour. I was the closest without going over. So damn, that's fast.
I know. I don't know. I'm thinking of. I don't even know what regular miles per
You
hour
wouldn't even be able to see the bullet train go by.
Listen.
All you hear is like,
Not too long ago, I thought I was able to run like 7 miles per hour. Okay.
Well, some people might be able to,
Oh,
but not me. All right. Well, I was the closest. Now I get a bonus question. So, read the blue question on the new card.
It doesn't really matter if you look at it because the answer is on the reverse side, right?
Yeah, I don't want to. But as I'm pulling the card up, I can see the text.
Oh, I see.
So I don't want to like read the answers.
Okay. A popular 3-race series known as the Grand Tour includes Spain's Vuelta a España, Italy's Giro d'Italia, I don't speak Italian, and what third race?
The Tour de France.
Yep.
Yes, bicycles.
That was an easy one.
Yeah, well, that's why we did the blue. Yeah. So, all right, Tour de France.
Yeah.
That's in blue. All right,
There
so
you
I
go.
get that as a bonus point. So you can kind of see where we're going with this, folks.
You're almost up to 5 points in my head. That's what we were doing.
Oh, really? Okay, well, so what do you think of the overall flow of this? I mean, as a 2-player game, it's not bad. I mean, we could probably blow through this very quickly.
Yeah.
All 300 of these cards. I imagine, like, this is better for a 3+ player game. Like, I don't know, just I feel like the more people that are playing, the better.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Definitely. With games like these, the more people, the better, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a cute little game. I really, I really dig it. It's hard because, like, I'm not good at history. I'm not good at geography and the social study aspect of that stuff. But this is really educational and it's really fun and I dig it.
I dig the whole, like you said, it is educational, and I do love that. So yeah, I would play this with a larger group for sure. So yeah, I would probably keep this around for like if your mom came over, your dad, whatever.
Yeah. I hope that there is something like this for animals. Like if someone gets trekking through the national parks, I would hope that there's a trekking national park trivia.
There's a board game called Fauna in our library that we've played before. I think it's 3 players, but you could play 2 if you really wanted to, if you care about house rules or whatever. But that I think that might be what you're looking for.
Okay, cool.
But anywho, that was a quick look at Trekking the World trivia. It's put together fairly well. I don't know what the MSRP is, to be honest with you. If it's like 30, 40, it may be a little bit too much. If it's like 10, 15, 20, then I would maybe possibly, recommend picking it up because, you can get some decent play time out of this with a larger group.
Yeah. It's pretty simple.
All right. Well, there you go, folks. Trekking the World trivia. This is Vince and Natalie. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all next time. Take care.
Bye, guys.